following is an unpaid preview for a game seeking funding on Kickstarter. The product seen here is a work in progress and is subject to change during the duration of the project. Hi everyone, it's me, Ferdinand the Carpet Stacker, and I'm here to show you the Kickstarter preview to Chronicles of Crime Millennium. Now this is from Lucky Duck Games. This is a game that's going to be on Kickstarter pretty soon, or actually maybe even now. Chronicles of Crime. What is Chronicles of Crime? First of all, here's the first one, the first game of the series, the Chronicles of Crime, just the name of it. It is a app-assisted mystery game where you're going to go around solving a crime, usually a murder, and that you're going to go talk to other people, show them evidence. You're going to actually go to check out the crime scene visually, looking around for these little clues or things that they have left behind and trying to piece that together, and then and solve the case that way. Now, Lucky Duck, the publisher of the game, is doing things a little differently with the Millennium series of Chronicles of Crime. Now, there are 3 games in the series, 1400, 1900, and 2200, I believe. And each of them are set in a different time, of course, and that's why it's called Millennium. But they also have some different little things. Now, the one I got is 1400, in which you get some things are the visionary cards. I'm not going to spoil anything for you in these kind of games, but I believe you can go ahead and go take a look on the Kickstarter page if there are anything in there. So anyway, so one of the main things is these visionary cards. They give you like little visual clues that you're trying to figure out in the game. Also, you have a companion, a dog, and of course the dog is going to sniff around and trying to follow some of the clues that you have and trying to have new leads in there. So that's one of the basic things in the game that's kind of like exclusive to this game. Now, the other ones I just only briefly read. 1900 is going to be a game that has puzzles in it, kind of like a escape room kind of style. And then 2200 is going to be more, since it's taking the future, I guess you got some implants, a more an RPG aspect in there, and trying to find the clues and solve the crime that way. And 2 other things I'd like to note is that in the game, if those familiar with the original base game, is that you do get an evidence board, but this time, this blue little row here is where you put evidence that you kind of know that exists in the game, but you have exactly find it. If you find it, that means it can lead up to you solving the crime. And instead of your companions in the other game, you got your family members who, since it's back in time, you don't have cell phones, and so you have to go back home and go talk to them and get some information that way. Of course, you have to realize some sort of the balancing effect of trying to go back home, getting information there. You might spend time, and time is an important thing, so it might affect your grade at the end at solving the crimes. Now, I've been enjoying the original game a lot, Chronicles of Crime, plus the other 2, Noir, and the Red, I believe it's called Review, for the other 2 expansions, and it's going to tell some brief things about why I like the game. First of all, it's super intuitive. I mean, you can teach the game without even teaching it. It's just basically you're scanning cards in there and trying to get the evidence in there. I think it's such a cool visual to have to look around the room for clues. When you're on the cell phones, you actually use the cell phone to look for clues. The other thing is that it is you can play this solo. It's a great game for solo, but I like it playing co-op. I love having discussions with the other players of their doubts, their leads into solving the crime. I guess the things about it that I didn't like, of course, or some people might not like, there's quite a lot of bit of reading in there, and it's just dialogue anyway most of the time, so it's not going to detract with that. And also the other thing that might kind of push people away is that it is completely app assisted, so you must have the app to play the game. It's it is free. There are DLCs that you may purchase in order to get some new scenarios in the game, but for what it's worth right now, I think it's the price of it is just really good, and how the production values of the game is. The art is completely amazing, I think. Also, when you are if you're adding in the expansions as well, they are done by different artists and also has a slight different gameplay elements in there. Now, I can talk more about the game, but that could be spoiling it. So I do encourage you to go to the Kickstarter and see if this is a game that you want to support. I mean, it's super fun. It's super easy to learn. I mean, it's just a straight up mystery game that you just go ahead and solve. And again, I love playing with these people and I love discussing how the story and and leading up to the crime of the matter. So here you go, Chronicles of Crime, Millennium. Remember, there are 3 games in the series. Go ahead and check it out. The Kickstarter link is in the description below. Anyway, I'm Ferdinand the Cardboard Stacker, and I'm here to always remind you to keep on stacking games. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to my channel for more videos on board and card games. This is the Cardboard Stacker, and remember to keep on stacking games.